Hello student, today's video I will discuss about the national income, exactly what is the national income. In the last video of GNP, the gross national product, we said that the net national product at factor price is known as national income. Now, so in this video, the national income, exactly what is the national income? National income is the total monetary value of all goods and services produced in an economy in a given period of time. So this is known as national income. This topic is very important for your prelims examination as well as the mains examination. In the last 5 years, there are 3-4 questions from the national income in the prelims paper. Even in the mains examination, there is some relevance of national income whenever we are answering the question related to the inclusive growth. Okay, so there are mainly 3 methods for calculation of the national income. The first method is known as the product method, second method is known as the income method, and the third method is known as the expenditure method for the measurement of national income. Now, let's come to the first method. First method is the product method, that the name suggests. We finally calculating the price of the product that is ready to sold in the market. That is the product method. In the product method, we are counting that on the basis of GDP at market price or gross value added. What is the gross value added means here? In the gross value added, we are excluding the price of the intermediary products. We are excluding the price of raw material and we are only calculating the price of final product here. So, in the case of the gross value added or GDP at market price of in expenditure method, what we are doing here, in the case of product method, we are subtracting intermediary price from the final price. So, final price minus intermediary price is equal to the GDP at expenditure methods. Why we are doing so? Take an example, we are buying a milk cake from market. Milk cake is made from the few things like the sugar, milk, milk powder and cream. These all 4 items having their own price. Sugar is 50 rupee per kg, milk is 60 rupee per liter and so on. And the final price of the milk cake is the 400 rupee per kg. If we are including the price of the raw material and the price of the final product as well, it is known as double counting. जहाँ पे 400 रुपए किलो होना चाहिए वो 800 रुपए किलो हो जाएगा अगर if I am doing the double counting. And this double counting will change the data of the national income. So we are excluding the price of the raw material here. So here, what is the question mark? What can be included in the product method? In product method, we can include the final price of the product that is in the market. We can also include the government supply of free foods like the midday meal in the school. That it can also be included here. We can also include the rent. That's a major game changer here. The rent. One person who is living in his own property, जो अपनी property में ही रह रहा है, उसके पास अपना घर है, but he is not considering he is given as a rent. वो अपने आप को एक rent provide कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा है. We are not including that. So the rent is also included in this product method. This is the major point that can be asked in the prelims. What cannot be included? We cannot include the price of air and the water because these are the free products. We cannot include the smuggling. We cannot calculate the smuggling in the country. That can also not be included. So, in product method, this is the major point what can be excluded and what can be included here. Now, next is the income method. Income method mainly the measurement of the income, how much income a person is gaining from the job or from the wages. We are considering mainly 3 things here. One is the compensation to employee. Compensation to employee means the wage and the social security given by the employers. Second, we can see the operating surplus. In the case of operating surplus, there are the rent, there can be the interest, and there can be the royalty and also the profit that is given by employer to employee. And third, here is the mixed income of self-employed person. Mixed income in the case of the agriculture income, in the case of the land income, in the case of the proprietorship, in the case of the enterprises. These are the part of the income method. When we add all these 3, that come to the mixed income and the income method, that is the GDP through income methods. Here, what can be included and what can be excluded? That's also become very important point here. What can be included? The compensation charged by the broker when we are reselling our share prices. Value of production of the self-consumption goods. These can be included. And what can be excluded here? The number 1, lottery income. अचानक से बहुत सारा पैसा आ गया हमारे पास. We can exclude the lottery income. Death charges, the death duty. After death, there is duty charged by the government that can also be excluded. Transfer receipt. that also excluded here. So in income method, what can be excluded? What can be excluded? The charge by the broker after selling the share is included here. Value of production for the self-consumption is also included. And what is the final method? That is the expenditure method. In the case of expenditure method, what does it mean? Expenditure meaning is here what we are earning, how we are spending. Expenditure spending can be in the form of consumption, we are consuming the things. Investment, we are investing somewhere else. What is the government expenditure? And the net export. Here net export means the export minus import. So in case of expenditure method, what can be included? Consumption, investment, government expenditure plus net export. If I am adding all these four, that will come at GDP calculation or the national income calculation by expenditure method. Now again, the important thing, what can be included and what can be excluded in the expenditure method. This is a homework for you. You people can mention this into the comment section. What is included in the expenditure method, what can be excluded in the expenditure method. Also mention in the comment section is expenditure on the purchase of second-hand goods is included in expenditure method or not. Okay, thank you very much. We will meet in the next video soon.